In most families, daily life is a bit like this house of cards. As long as everything's running like clockwork, it works great. But as soon as things get a little shaky or start to wobble, the whole beautiful system gets thrown off balance. And when fate strikes really hard, like with a cancer diagnosis, well, it can feel a little something like this. The whole house of cards comes crashing down. It literally pulls the rug out from under your feet. Everything falls apart. And you may even feel like you have to start from scratch and rebuild your daily life piece by piece, and in doing so, trying to regain some sense of normality. So, the question is, what can help organize a shared family life, even when so much has changed? And how can you manage to take good care of all family members? So, in this video, we'll look at what you can possibly do to manage your family life with cancer in a way that makes everyone feel as supported as possible. So, let's dive right in. And our first recommendation to maintain some normalcy is try to create some shared family moments. So moments where you consciously make time for each other and do something nice together. For example, going for a walk, playing a game, or cooking something. The important thing is that, for once, it's not about the illness or about organizational matters, but really just about you and about doing something together. Even if it feels difficult at first, it's not about scheduling a lot of time. Even short get-togethers can create special moments, and if need be, you can also do it online. Because the main thing is that you feel connected to each other and grow a little closer. Like the cards, well, in a good way. By the way, part of that shared family time can also include small rituals and routines that you may have always done. Or you can invent and add new rituals that fit to the situation. That means if you've always had a bedtime story before sleep or potato salad every Friday, then keep doing those things if you can. Because maintaining as much of the familiar as possible helps that everything feels a bit more normal and secure. At the same time, you can of course create new rituals that fit your changed circumstances. This is especially helpful for young children to cope better with stressful situations. This could be something like choosing a very specific stuffed animal together that always comes with you to the hospital. Or conversely, if you have other children in the family, a stuffed animal that holds down the fort at home while one part of the family is at the hospital. And this is how small rituals and established habits give your family's daily life a stable foundation that you can build on. It also applies to dealing with siblings, because for them it's especially important that daily life remains daily life. And at the same time, they also have to find their footing in the new situation and often have to make a lot of sacrifices. Nevertheless, their emotions and needs are, of course, just as important as those of the sick child. And that's why supporting siblings also plays its own crucial supporting role in your family life. I'll try to rebuild this a bit here while we talk. So, supporting siblings in this means not just within the family itself, yes, but also by finding and making use of offers for siblings. You see, there are from various sources special programs and activities aimed specifically at the siblings of children with cancer to support them. And you can ask the psychosocial team at your clinic where and how exactly you can get support in your home area and what offers are available. And importantly, some clinics offer sibling care, yes, or even a dedicated sibling program. And in daily life, it can also be helpful to get support from organizations that have offers specifically for the siblings of seriously ill children. That can, for example, mean that a trusted person will visit your home to spend dedicated time with the siblings or with the sick child, depending on what works best for your family. And then there are very special activities in some countries, like the Forest Pirates Camp from the German Childhood Cancer Foundation. It's an adventure camp that offers not only therapy, support, and fun activities for children with cancer, but also specifically for their healthy siblings, yes, to make sure they don't miss out. So let's move on. How can you set yourselves up well in your family's daily life? That definitely includes creating a support network. That means look for help in your social circle, whether it's from friends, acquaintances, family, neighbors, or anyone else who's around. There are really so many things that others can easily take on for you. Yes, little things like shopping, cooking, laundry, driving, walking the dog, and so on. And if you find it hard, if you find it difficult to accept such help or even to ask for it directly, that's also of course quite normal and understandable, but we really recommend that you should at least try it anyway, because you will notice that most people are actually grateful for the chance to do something for you, yes, something concrete. because, of course, they are also emotionally affected by the situation, and such small or large gestures give these people the opportunity to feel helpful, even if they can't take many other things off your hands. You might also have relatives or good friends who can support you at home for a while or at certain intervals, or who can regularly keep in touch with your child from a distance. An idea here would be, for example, an online story time with grandpa or grandma. That is one way how you can get your loved ones involved. And that brings us to our last point on making your family's daily life easier. That is clearly organizing the sharing of information. Because let's be honest, right? Communicating can also, well, it can be really exhausting, yes? Of course, the people close to you want to know how things are going, but it can also quickly become too much. What has really proven effective is the good old telephone chain, yes? Many also use a chat group. Or you can pick, it's really simple, one specific person who informs everyone else. Informs your closest people, for example, when there's any news. That way, you can be sure that everyone who's important to you stays in the loop. But at the same time, you yourselves can step back and focus entirely on yourselves and your child. And you don't have to keep repeating everything over and over again, yes, like a broken record. Good, so, well, that's it for now, right now. So, we hope with this guideline, or maybe let's call it a blueprint, you are now able to create a daily routine for yourselves. A routine that supports and strengthens you and helps you as a family to get through this difficult phase and to keep your life together. Like a framework, yes, where you hopefully feel well supported, and which basically applies to every family life. Whether that's in sickness or in health, right? Oh no, I am still working on this house of cards. More difficult than I thought. Would be a laugh if I couldn't manage this. Let's do this real quick. It's enough if it just stands for a moment, for a short moment. Come on. Buddy, here, this is structural engineering. I'll finish it later.